everybody, welcome to Arsenal X here on Boss Rush Games. I am your guest host this episode, Eddie V. Joining me as always is the Wise Wisconsinite.
How's it going? I was waiting for you to say Jesse Douglas.
Oh, what is? Oh, the West Wisconsinite. Here's the Jesse Douglas. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, everybody. This is it's a kind of a late night, but we really want to deliver you guys a great episode. But as always, you know, if I'm in the building, we have to throw out the X. Yes, because we are about to throw down in this late night section. Hopefully everybody had a great week, had a great weekend whenever you guys are seeing this. Hopefully you guys are getting some great gaming done in this downtime, picking up some great games on Xbox. They got a lot of great deals that you guys really should check out. I picked up some games and I'm just like I can't pick up nothing. I know this week I got Trials of Mana to get. But there's just some more great games coming, definitely for those who are into Streets of Rage 4, because it's hitting Game Pass in 2 more weeks. So if you guys got Game Pass, definitely get that game a try.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I can't wait.
Yes,
because I've been looking forward to having a good beat 'em up to play, because I love beat 'em up. So.
I like I said, I'm worried about the soundtrack, but I'm here for it. I would listen.
Yeah.
To let everybody know, if you guys haven't checked out the Boss Rush Games Twitter, but you guys should follow us at Boss Rush Games. Also follow us at Arsenal X on our Twitter. We'll get more info about that to you guys later on. But before we get into our show, we are officially starting the Boss Rush Book Club. And our first game, our good old Jesse Douglas picked, is going to be Control. So you guys can play that on PC, PlayStation 1. Most of us are going to be playing it on Xbox One. So if you're playing on the original Stem or One X, hopefully you guys get into this game and really join us. We're going to be starting that May 1st, which is a Thursday, and then on May 4th, which is a Monday, we as a community should all come together and place our first bookmark. Talk about what we think about the game, where we're at in the game. Hopefully everybody would do their best not to do spoilers. Me, Jesse, and Ray. Not Ray. Me, Jesse, well, probably Ray if he decides to do it, and Corey are going to be also putting down our thoughts. Hopefully, when you guys if you're doing it on Twitter or on Facebook, that you guys put just a little bit paragraph of where you guys are at. And if this is your first time and you guys actually beat it, you can consider this as your backlog challenge, and so you can add your coins to this. And definitely, if you beat it and you want to continue to go on to get everything, you could do that too. This is a great game that you guys should try out, should play with us. People know my thoughts, but I'm still playing Control. Like I'm still going into and finding things. And I said that I'm gonna replay the game again on easy, so I could play with everybody. And it's more about the experience and how things unfold. And being able to talk to you guys all about it. So mark on your calendar, May 1st is going to be the Boss Rush first game, our book club, and it's Control. And then on May 4th, and every Monday from that, we are going to put down a bookmark. That last Sunday of the month, we're gonna me, Jesse, and Corey are gonna come together and we're gonna discuss our experience with this game. There might be some spoilers with it, due to the fact that we might we'll probably try to beat the game, and we're going to do our best to do that. But we are going to come together and do an episode for that, and then lead you guys into what our game is for July. Just to get everybody heads up, we are doing this from May to December, and then it's going to restart again in January. So me, Corey, and Jesse each have 2 games to give you guys more leeway. We have an October game, a horror game that you guys are going to play, and yes, hopefully our bossman will play this horror game with us. I cannot wait. I'm super excited, and I can't reveal it. But to give you guys more fun to have, we're going to ask you guys as a community in December to choose the book club. Now you guys are going to be able to vote for it in November to see what game that we all can play. And of course, we all want to be able to play on any console, but do keep in mind that we want to kind of play some of the modern games on the current systems. Even if it's a game that is backwards compatible, we all want to try to play something that we all could get our hands on. So apologies, we can't do something like Snatcher on the Sega CD because it's not really available. But if people want us to play Night Trap or something, it is available across the current generations and stuff. So just to give you guys a heads up for that. So please get ready for Control. If you can find it on the sale, if you can rent it, borrow it from a friend, if it happened to come to Game Pass for no reason, I don't know. But please join us and please participate. We really want to hear from you guys in the community. We're going to think this is so much fun, and it would be a great thing to really discuss on what we think about Remedy's first developed game that they developed with their own budget,
and possibly only because now with them joining 2K, it sounds like, or whatever,
Epic,
or Epic, not 2K, Epic, thank God, not 2K.
So yes, and we have more stuff that we'll talk about later on in the future with Arsenal X. So if you guys have not checked the Boss Rush podcast, do check that out. We do have some things going on with that. But as always, we're going to get down to our arsenal, what's been in our arsenal, and I'm actually going to start. Man, I just, for some unknown reason. Okay, so Jesse, I installed Sea of Thieves. And for some unknown reason, my system I don't know if one of my memory cards was down or the USB wasn't plugged in or anything, but it didn't recognize Gears 5 and it had to re-download it. And I was just like, what the heck? So I couldn't play it until it really downloaded. So I played the Temple of Osiris with my friend Joey from the Cyberpunk podcast. I played Gears 5. I installed Gears 4 because I also want to see that with the HDR 10. I do want to see it with Forza Horizon. I know you did it with your monitor, but now that I actually got to kick it in, I want to see it on my TV because I'm just like...
Yeah, you gotta. You gotta, because that's definitely a game that you have to experience to, because, we know that, Forza is always the game that really, really is able to show off, the looks and all that stuff, just because it's supposed to be a realistic looking game, there, you'll still have aspects of games that will look realistic and will look really good, but they're not necessarily meant to look photographic. Whereas that game is supposed to be looking photographic and look as real as possible, and therefore that's why the Forza games are always kind of the benchmark of showing what a console can look like or do.
It I think overnight, and this is outside Horizon, like just for some Motorsport itself, it took over what Gran Turismo was trying to do. And don't get me wrong, Gran Turismo is a great game, but you really got to know your sim. You got to really know your cars. Not so much for Motorsport, they gave you some leeway with that, but it's not a tech demo. It really showcases what the power of Xbox can do when you got the right settings, when you got the right equipment to really show that off. Forza Motorsport is beautifully gorgeous. It may be hard to play, but if you learn it, you will be like, oh my goodness. And the Horizon series is supposed to just be fun. Anyone could get into. It has this arcadey play, but still really look good, really look fantastic. Even when like when you was talking about when it first came out, like when we see the trailer at E3, I was just like, I'm buying it because it looked phenomenal. And now that I got this HD TV, this HDR, I really want to see the fall colors. I really want to see how the seasons play. And I continue just to put the controller down. Of course, I'm going to hear the soundtrack. I would continue to put the controller down and just marvel at what is on screen. And it was just like, yes, Turn 10. You guys know the power of the Xbox. And a lot of people don't give Turn 10 some credit. And, they really know how to get the most out of the Xbox and still feel like you guys could do more. So just to see what they do with Series, to see what they do with Series 10, I don't know if it's going to be a launch game or it's going to be in the launch window, but I feel like Halo Infinite is the game, yes, to get the system that's going to sell it. But I think Forza Motorsport 8 is going to, if it really pops and they really go in, it's going to be really showcasing what they could do with ray tracing and what they could do with the power. And it's going to probably be like, ew. I don't know. I don't know if I need a PlayStation 5 yet because of this.
Well, I think you know what I like, and here's my prediction. I think we will be getting it, and we are. We obviously are gonna get a new Forza game. I think it's gonna probably come out 2 months after Halo does.
Yes.
Either 2 or 3 months, because they kind of want to keep that one big title coming out. Every they want a game in general to come out one a month. Kind of
me and Corey was talking about this, kind of like how Switch did with their release.
Yeah.
There was a first party game or a hot game coming out every month. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think what they'll do is they'll give Halo, they'll bring Halo out first. And that's a big game that you're gonna need. There's a very good chance that a couple of months it's gonna take before people, because that game will probably stay popular just in general because you've got the multiplayer, which is always what people look forward to for Halo games. They look forward to doing a great story, and then when they know that once they're done with a great story, they have that multiplayer that they love to go to then after it to continue playing. So I'm guessing at least 2 months after Halo comes out that they would have that come out.
And they literally could. I feel like this is the right way to do it. Halo Infinite for release. Hellblade 2. Let's just say December. Let's say Series S come out in November. Halo Infinite November, Hellblade in December, Forza 8 in January. Actually, switch it. Hellblade in Hellblade in December. The Gears 5 update. In case if anything happened and they really want to polish and add stuff, let's say the Gears 5 update is January. Forza 8 in February, and then Grounded re-release in March. Sea of Thieves 2 or some update. Like if they start really releasing the Series X stuff, per month, whether it's an update or it's another game itself.
Yeah. Well, and not to mention, there's like, honestly, we don't, until all this E3 stuff and stuff coming up here, as we get a little bit further into this year, there's still so much stuff that I can guarantee that they're holding on to, that they haven't said anything about yet, that we're going to be seeing coming out in the months,
Yes.
after the new console is released.
Yes.
Like I honestly think that we're going to get a roadmap for next year. Like, I think what they're going to do is they're going to just focus on next year's roadmap and not go past that, because they've got plenty to talk about for the next year. Like, I honestly think that's what's going to end up happening, and why they don't want to release anything more about any other games too early is because they want us to be excited for the new console, but they also want people to just focus on, hey, look at what we're going to be offering in this first year already.
Yeah.
Like, and that's this first year that, we've got plenty to talk about for the years after that, but look what we're giving to you this next year. And, and be like, this is why you're going to want to buy an Xbox.
And like even when they left off on Inside Xbox about what's coming to Sea of Thieves, whether whether the rumor is coming to Switch or a really great Series X update, we don't know yet.
Yeah,
that really plays a big part in their launch. And if they really could get it right, whether it's on Game Pass or they re-release the game to actually sell or anything, that's a major win for them. It really is. It would be like, what, I didn't try this game. Maybe I'll pick up the Series X version and be like, okay, yeah. So, but I'm gonna finish real quick. Ori and the Will of the Wisp. I'm 3/4 done. I just gotta fight this spider boss. Just gotta get through, and then get closer to the end while collecting some more stuff. I also installed not Sea of Thieves. What else did I install? Gears of War, Sea of Thieves. Oh, Ori and the Blind Forest. I installed. Okay. I think I'm gonna play that on easy, because I already beat it. But I think I'm gonna play it on easy and try to get everything. It may require multiple plays and stuff, but I'm just like, I haven't got to 100% the game, but I'm just like, if I could collect everything in this game, I should be good to go. And I'm not trying to do it for a backlog challenge or anything. I kind of just want to just get everything and see what I could get from there. But right now, that's pretty much all I am playing. Hopefully, I downloaded. I still got Project Cars 2 that I need to start. And let's see. I think there was another game on here that I downloaded. Like one of them they just released for Games with Gold that I downloaded. But I can't think of the name, so I apologize. And I keep looking at this Agents of Mayhem, and I did start on Xbox, but I'm just like, do I need to go back and finish this game? Like, I got Jesse.
I'm in the same.
Look,
I'm in the same boat.
I got all my games in alphabetical order. Well, whenever you started, let me know, and I'll start it. I'll get back into it, because I think I did like 2 or 3 missions, and I was just like, I need to continue this game and just play it all the way through. But that's what's been in my arsenal. But I just. Yeah.
I remember I had stopped that Agents of Mayhem because I had that one glitch where it wasn't popping the final boss or whatever at that point, and then it glitched out and it wouldn't let me wouldn't let me go against the boss, but then I did eventually finally get it to work right and was able to get it to go. And then I did play it a little bit more, but I didn't really go much further than that. Let's see. Yeah, so the games with gold, there's Knights of Pen and Paper Bundle or Toy Box Turbos.
I think it's the Knights of the Pen one. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if the Turbo one is.
The Turbo, so the Turbo one replaced. There was supposed to be another game that was coming to Games with Gold. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was supposed to be, but something happened where they must have maybe backed out on the developer on letting it be released as a game for Games with Gold, or maybe there was just a miscommunication with something. But yeah, because they did announce that Toy Box Turbos was going to be replacing whatever game it was supposed to be that was going to be on Games with Gold.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was now, but I downloaded Toy Box Turbos because it looks to me like it's going to be like an RC Pro-Am type kind of game, which is still one of my favorite NES games growing up. So
yeah, and I really feel like, because I've never heard of it, so I'm just like, Well,
I'm always up for like a little fun arcadey, like, racing type, like RC racer type game. So I was like, you know what, I'll definitely download that and play that eventually. So, but yeah, so all right, yeah, because I just pulled it up here to see what game it was that you're trying to remember. So
yeah,
but,
yeah, I think that, yeah, the Toy Box one, or that one. Yeah.
Knights of Pen and Paper, you think, or whatever?
Yeah, no, the paper, yeah, the Pens and Paper one. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was looking at the trailer and stuff. But Jesse, what's been in your arsenal?
All right. So the other night, me and my friends had a social distancing online gaming party. Pretty much.
I seen that. You were saying Jackbox party.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, we started off. Yeah, we started off playing Uno. My friend Robert, and his fiance, they both, decided that they were gonna get me and my friend Pat, the Uno game for Xbox, and they got it for us. So then, we had something like that would just be, kind of a mindless game that we could play and have fun and just goof around and talk. Yes. And I think next time that we play, I'm going to see if it's okay with them that I stream it, because, oh man, if people would have been watching us playing Uno, like we definitely were laughing just so much. We were just having so much fun with just talking and just being able to chat and do what we always do when we usually get together. Like our conversations are pretty similar to when we get together in person. So it's usually when I get together with my friends, we're watching the wrestling pay-per-views and we're just like cracking jokes about different things and just joking about things the whole time. And like I'm not into wrestling as much as I used to be. My friend still like loves wrestling and watches it like, all the time and he's current on it and stuff. Yeah. But he always enjoys like joining in with us and just joking about stuff that's going on and like doing our own like fake side commentary of what's going on and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people have been having really fun with that and everything. Yeah. I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah, we played that. We played Uno and that's a lot of fun. That Uno game for Xbox, and I believe it's probably for Switch and PS4 as well. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing. But that Uno game is a lot of fun. They have some amazing game types. Like there's one where you have on one side of the cards is the regular Uno cards, but then on the other side is like acrylic or pastel colors.
Yes.
And so there's different style of cards and gameplay on that other side. So on both card sides, though, there's a one you can play that makes your cards flip over, and then you have to start playing whatever is on the other side. So everything completely changes to whatever that is. And part of the fun is when you're playing, you can see what everyone else has on the back side of their cards.
Yes.
But you can't see what's on the back side of your own. And so when they flip over, then the other teammates can see then what's on the other side. And so you have to try to pay attention to backs of people's cards while playing different sides, just for later, oh, that's right, he had this or this color on his back. So, but then what happens though is once they flip over, whatever you were playing on the previous side, that changes once your cards flip over. Now everyone else will be able to see what it changed to, but you won't know when you flip it back over what your cards changed to. So
wow.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And like we played I think our first game of that, it took us like 45 minutes to finish a game though, because we just kept on like playing all these different things. And the next thing you know, like someone would go from having 5 cards to having, 20 cards in their hand. And then, someone would be down to 1 card. And then, they have stacking where you can put down a plus 5 card. Yeah. So let's say I put down a plus 5 card. So the person next to me on this side, on the left side of me, is Uno. They only have 1 card left. Yeah. So I put a plus 5 down, and then the next person, if they have a plus 5 of any suit or any color, they can stack that. And now it's 10 cards, and then let's say it goes to the 4th person that's playing, and they also have one of those. They can put a plus 5 on that. Now it's stacked. Now it's 15 plus. And if the person that was on my left side doesn't have one of those to stack it to 20, they have to get dealt all 15 cards.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's an amazing Uno version of Uno. Like we were having so much fun playing that one because it just was up and down, and it actually, like, games would last quite a while. So like if there's a game that I would like suggest people get if they have other friends that want to just do something fun, like playing card games or board games or whatever you do, like when you normally get together with friends, to definitely pick that up. They've got a Rayman Legend version of the game. They have what else was there? There was Rayman. There was like 3 or 4 other versions of the game. I forget what the other ones were now. But yeah, it was a lot of fun and just a fun time, and there's all kinds of neat, cool like features on certain cards, and new cards that do different things that aren't in the games of it, but even though you're playing on the regular cards, they still got different versions of things or different game types that you can add to it.
Just to let everybody know, it's only $4.99 on Xbox One.
Yep. It's super cheap right now.
Super cheap. So,
yeah, and one of the cool things, if you don't have one yet, and you create a Ubisoft account, you can go in then to the Ubisoft app that they have, where like you earn points anytime you play Ubisoft games, or anytime you get you get achievements in Ubisoft games. You usually get points in the Ubisoft app that you can use to buy stuff for almost any game that they make. Yes. Basically has stuff that you can buy. They also, a lot of times you go in there and you can get the entire soundtrack to a game digitally for free,
nice.
Through the Ubisoft apps, which is pretty cool. But a lot of the times if you play Ubisoft games, you also can unlock special limited items for any other Ubisoft game that you can only get if you played one of the other Ubisoft games that's linked to whatever that special limited edition in-game item is. And so one of the things you can get in there or unlock is, I believe it's in that, you can unlock 0 and 7, which, so like what it does is if you lay a 0 down, and this is in regular Uno only, if you lay a 0 down, then everyone's cards get switched to the side. I believe it is. I think it's for 0. Everyone's cards get switched. And then 7, I think it was when you play 7, I think you could pick whose cards you want to switch with. So yeah, or something like that. Or maybe it was the other way around. I forget, but so they just have like cool little features that they added to the game as well, like that. So to kind of make it new and interesting, even just regular Uno.
That's sweet.
Yeah, so that's definitely a game worth picking up, and like like we said, it's cheap, and it's a lot of fun, honestly.
Yes.
So yeah, and then I did play the Jackbox 3, the one that's in Game Pass. And so me and my friends, we basically tried almost every game that was in that party pack 3 or whatever. And so we were playing that, and we were having some fun with that as well. There's some pretty good games in there. We were like, I enjoyed the one where you make shirts. Like that's the one that's got where you're supposed to draw stuff on your phone. It gives you a certain amount of time, and then you just draw like goofy pictures, and then the next part, it will ask you to just write down as many phrases, catchphrases, or whatever you want down, and then eventually it will like mix everything that everyone's added in, and then it will just give you a limited amount of randomly things that people wrote in or drew, and then it lets you scroll through a few of them to try to match what picture you want with what phrase that someone wrote down, and then you try to make a shirt and try to make it funny, and then it goes into the battle mode where they put they do brackets where everyone's shirt that they made then goes into a bracket, and then they verse each other, and you vote on which one you like the best, and then until it comes down to the last 2 shirts. So that one's a fun game. And there's a bunch of really good games in that Jackbox, the Party Pack 3 or whatever. So yeah, we were just playing a bunch of that and just having a lot of fun with that. And then I also, I didn't talk about this on Boss Rush, but I ended up picking up Assassin's Creed Odyssey because it had been like on sale. The gold edition was only like $19.99 or something like that, and I had some Microsoft money or whatever saved up, and so I was able to get that for practically nothing. And so I played that a little bit, and I definitely am enjoying that where I did not really care too much for Origins. Like I liked the beginning part of Origins when you kind of start out in that really cool cave, and I loved that setting, but unfortunately then when you leave it, I just was really bored with the desert sand, stuff. It just didn't really do it for me. I didn't really care for the whole desert kind of setting. Like I almost like would love a game, the whole game just taking place in caves like that, almost like Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Or just as great as it is, it's too big of a game. It's too much stuff to do, and it's just like I'm like, what is the main quest? Instead of like every 5 steps you take, there's another side quest. You'd be like, this is too much to do.
Well, and I think the Origins was too based on stealth for me. Like it was way too stealth driven. Whereas Odyssey is much more, it's about Spartans, and it's more about just battling and fighting, and it's not really about stealth, like it's just more about getting up in there and the action and all that stuff. So I'm enjoying it because I really like the combat. I think they did really well. I like their kind of like combat wheel that you got, where you've kind of got like, there's a wheel of things that you can do, but then they have like, cooldowns on certain things, and like, it just fit my liking a little bit better. So I probably will play that more. I don't know that I can promise that I'll ever finish it, but I definitely want to give it a good shot and put some time into it, because I am enjoying that. And then the last thing that I played was I did play some more Warzone and Modern Warfare, and just like kind of like behind the scenes, like it's gonna lead into what we talk about after this, but
yes.
So I streamed some the other day, and like something just really, really still feels off about the Warzone mode. To the point where I've like, it seems like every time I played it recently, I maybe play a couple of matches and then I just get fed up with how poorly it's running, or just something seems off about it all the time. And a lot of times I'm just like, you know what? I really want to play a battle royale mode right now, but it's just not this that I want to be playing right now because I'm not enjoying it. And then a lot of times I've ended up going to closing the game and firing Black Ops 4 back up and playing their battle royale mode, because I still think there is a lot of things that I do like about Warzone.
Yes.
But I still like the more traditional, battle royale game that they made in Black Ops 4 a little bit better. Like if they were able to take some of those things that they kind of did in this new one and bring it more back into that, like I think it would be better, like the Gulag and stuff like that. But like there's just certain things that I don't really like, are cool ideas, and like I'm glad they did it, to see if it works, and I feel like a lot of people do enjoy those things. Yes. Like being able to buy a loadout and all that stuff. But what I find when I'm playing, I don't really buy my loadout. I want to just kind of go on the guns that I find, especially considering with one of these last updates, they made it so guns with attachments pop out of the chest things a little more often. Because for a while there, it was like you could open like 10 chests and maybe find a gun that had like 3, level 3 out of 5 or whatever it goes up to.
Yeah.
Meaning it had 3 attachments on it, and all the way up to legendary, which is fully decked out with all as many attachments as you can put on it. And now I feel like more often when you open a chest that like a one with 3, 3 attachments on it is pretty common. And then like can easily have opened things and found legendaries or, you know, or the super rare ones or whatever they're called. I think it's like legendary, and I don't remember what's before legendary, but anyways, yeah, like so yeah, but so what I've been noticing is like when I'm playing, I feel like certain people like will just like crazily, like I'll be shooting at them for like put almost a whole clip in them, and before they even, you know, like start reacting, and it will seem like sometimes I'll be just dead like instantly. Like they'll just like they just had like every time I get shot, it's like it's only headshots and that's it, and it's like instant, you know. Just I like the other day, one of the things I've been noticing too is a lot of times when I'm going up against people, if anytime it's close combat, I almost always lose. But if it's, you know, long distance combat, like I usually have a good chance of taking them down. But I've noticed lately, and I actually, when I was streaming, I caught this on stream. This guy came into this building that I was in, started running towards me, and I had a legendary shotgun that was like fully, it's like this fully automatic one that's got like 2 barrels next to it, but it's like it can shoot a whole bunch pretty quick. And he started running towards me, and I took the first shot like right to his face, because like that was pretty much all that was visible, was like his face like coming from behind stuff as he was coming towards me. And then right as he got around the stuff, all of a sudden the game just kind of glitched and like froze for just a split second, where it didn't let me take another shot. And next thing I know, I was just dead. And it's like, what the hell? Why is it whenever I get into a close range combat like that, the game always like drops, like glitches out really badly, and then I just die? Like it does that way too often for me. And so like I'm like, something just is not right about this game. Like there's something going on. And then like there'll be times where people don't have heartbeat sensors or whatever, and it seems like sometimes they know like right where I am. Like if I'm hiding and trying to, like a lot of times what I'll do is if I go into a new area, instead of just running around crazy, I just try to be quiet and see if I can, you know, kind of figure out, get my bearings as to, is there anyone, you know, can I hear anyone around me moving around before I just start running or moving out? And so like, yeah, like sometimes I'll be like hiding somewhere, just kind of waiting or listening for people. And it's like, they know exactly where I am. And I didn't hear anyone call in a UAV or anything like that. And it's just, I don't know, there are just certain things about it just seem like something is not right, you know. And, you know, and it's crossplay. So people can play, you know, on PC, you're playing against people who are on PC, you're playing on people who are on, you know, PS4, you're playing with people who are on Xbox. And so why don't we get into this next little bit of news that
Okay, so we're going to get into some Arsenal news, but we got a great discussion. What Jesse was talking about, he kind of linked me to a story. Call of Duty Warzone console players are turning off crossplay to escape PC cheaters. And it seems like right now they have 70,000 bans worldwide to protect Warzone from cheaters. And Infinity Ward ended up tweeting out, "We've now issued over 70,000 bans worldwide to protect #Warzone from cheaters. We're continuing to deploy dedicated security updates, and work continues on improving in-game reporting. We shall we'll share more details soon. We are watching. We have zero tolerance for cheaters. However, players continue to complain about cheaters who are able to automatically hit enemy heads, shoot through walls, and play without recoil, among other prohibited abilities. The various Call of Duty subreddits are packed with clips of cheaters exposed via Modern Warfare's Kill Cam and Warzone's Spectate mode. And they have like pictures and stuff. So if you guys want to see it, is on Eurogamer. Let's see. Yeah. So
I do have some speculations as to things I've been running into. Okay, so
before you go, Jesse, hold on. This is far from ideal for friends who want to play together across platforms. And Modern Warfare itself doesn't want players to disable crossplay either. On PlayStation 4, if you try to search for a Warzone lobby with crossplay disabled, an in-game message pops up encouraging you to enable crossplay. So I believe you can turn it off, but I think this may be only for PS4. I'm not sure for Xbox just yet. But
Xbox you can't. It will tell you that in order to play this game mode, you need to have crossplay enabled. It will and it won't let you do anything past that. Either you can just choose to not play that game type anymore, or you can choose to enable crossplay again. So yeah, we don't have an option on Xbox or PC. I probably yet. Not that PC matters because that's where the issue is anyway. So
okay, now you go ahead, Jesse.
So I don't, people listening. It depends on, like I've been always very big into first person shooters, so I'm kind of very very familiar with some of the terms and things, but So if you've ever heard someone use the term lag switching, so basically lag switching is something that people can do where you can it allows you to basically cut internet connection to where they can like almost freeze the game but continue it on their screen at the same time. And then it causes your game to slow down and to kind of freeze and stuff like that. Yeah. But they're able to continue moving. And then when they flip it back on, then they basically what it does is it gives them a chance to be invincible for like a couple of seconds. And so then they can kill you while it's kind of glitching out. And then basically you're dead, and and you don't really have much of a chance. So like I was thinking, there's a possibility that's what could have been it could be happening every once in a while. Because I started watching videos, because I was like, what the heck is going on with this game? It just seems so off. They had it so well done in Black Ops 4. And it's just such a mess on this, on Modern Warfare's.
Well, it's pretty much a lot of they've been having this situation with a lot of battle royale games and even multiplayer games, kind of in general, with first person shooters, that people are modding the game and cheating. There's been stories about that people are cheating. Even when the one guy, he ended up getting killed because those two guys hired some other dude to do the prank phone call stuff. I cannot think of it. I'm sorry. Yeah. But it's like that's kind of swatting. That got really extreme. But it's just like, why do people need to cheat in first person shooters? What benefit are you getting? It already showcases that you don't have no skill because you lean on this mod or this software in order to make yourself feel like you're invincible, feel like you're powerful. When it's just like you risk of getting yourself banned, you risk of losing out on $60 if you actually paid that much to get the game, and
or
it's
your
just like,
console,
or your console, yeah.
yeah, because if you cheat on console, that your console has its own code, that's hard built into it, and the second that your console logs onto the internet, like it's being tracked. So they can take that number that's on your console, and they can block it from being able to get any internet connection at all.
Yeah,
So you basically your console is useless unless you're okay with just playing everything without an internet connection.
well, pretty much it reduces the use of an Xbox One, because I'm like, first your Xbox Live is gone,
Mm-hmm.
Game Pass is gone. Like you can't even update games that may need a patch. So
Mm-hmm.
if you got a game that's janky that need an update patch, and the game refuses to play because it can't update, whatever you spent for your system, it has just now gone down the drain. And you
Mm-hmm.
and you literally have to get a new well, you literally would have to try to get a new system and put in some new stuff to see if it accept, and if it doesn't accept, you screwed out of the Microsoft's ecosystem, and that
Mm-hmm.
would suck. And you can't be
Mm-hmm.
mad at Microsoft about it. You have to be mad at yourself if you are the
Mm-hmm.
person that it has encountered this, because
Yeah.
you don't benefit nothing by just having
Mm-hmm.
a high number. It doesn't show that you are really skillful or anything. You're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be playing multiplayer first person shooters with your very own skill. Yes, you are going to die a lot, but it's something to have fun with. It's something
Mm-hmm.
to, if you're going to work to be better, then you work hard to be better. You're playing against other skilled players and not skilled players around the world. That's what
Mm-hmm.
it's intended to be. If you are cheating, what are you getting out of it?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is, if it's good that Infinity War is watching this, 70,000 people are banned, even though Call of Duty has 1 million plus players.
Mm-hmm.
Getting get I feel like getting banned is such a embarrassing thing to happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
And of
Yeah.
course we don't know what the age range is of people who are getting banned. It really sucks that if you get banned from this and they know your ISP on console, probably any Activision game that you play for them is literally banned altogether. And
Mm-hmm.
Activision will not give you a new account, even if you put in a fake, like, I think even if you put in a fake email, they probably could recognize where your ISP is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Banned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely have their ways of trying to stop things, and unfortunately you hear a lot of times where people will then get their consoles banned, and then they sell them, and if the people that are at the place that are buying them from them aren't doing their jobs, a lot of times then next thing you hear about people who are buying a secondhand console, and then they go
Hmm.
to log in and they find out that the console's been banned. And unfortunately it's not as easy as just saying, hey, I bought this console secondhand, can you unban me? Because they don't know for a fact that you're not just the person who got banned trying to say that to try to get it unbanned. so
Yes.
there's issues with that. These people not only can then screw over people while they're playing games, but then they can end up selling that console and screwing over people that are just innocent bystanders who just wanted to spend their hard-earned money on buying a console, and now they're having to deal with that mess too. Yeah, it's just so stupid. Like, the thing is a lot of games on PC, they have like you can play like bot versions where you just go against AI controlled characters and stuff like that. If you really want to use those kind of things, those cheat things, use it on something where you're just going against computers. You don't have to use it when you're playing against people in the real world. Like,
Hmm.
it's just not worth it. Like, Yeah, I get it. Like I know a reason why a lot of people do those is I think is to usually just try to unlock all the achievements, in game. But still, like, then, like, how gratifying can that be when you know that the only reason you've got, went on a 20 kill streak without dying was because you have a mod that helped you do that. Like,
Right.
you didn't earn that.
That
You
you
didn't
don't
earn it. So
you
who
didn't put no
cares?
effort into it.
Yeah.
You know, we play games to gain skills, to
Mhm.
have fun, to escape reality. We don't play games to cheat, just to show off that we are better than somebody because we're cheating. You know, and if you are a person who is a sore loser or who don't like to lose, don't play these kind of games. Or if you're going to play with them, do not get mad at the person who really put the time and the work and their skill better than you. You know, if they'll be like, oh, I got killed. Oh yeah, I got him. You know,
Mhm.
I get killed in multiplayer games a lot of times, and
Yeah.
I don't get mad. I actually enjoy and I'm having fun because I'm just like
Mhm.
I'm gonna get somebody, and if I as long as I get somebody, there's some satisfaction. You know,
Mhm.
even when I'm playing fighting games and stuff, if I'm able to defeat my human opponent and stuff, and we're just having a great time,
Mhm.
that was mattered to me. That you can have all the 50 wins, we could communicate and respect each other's skill, and it showcases that okay, I need to work on some things to get better, to get to your level, so that when
Mhm.
we fight or we ever meet again in life, and we ever be able to play this arcade game or fight in a game, we are matched. We are evenly skilled, and now it's just like let's go and see who comes out better. You know,
Mhm.
my friend he beat the crap out of me on Smash Ultimate. I mean Smash of Smash for on 3DS. But I was talking all my junk saying I was better than him. He's just like, I'm gonna show you. And that junk talk was leading because I don't get to see him that much or hang out with him. That
Mhm.
junk talk was just like, we're gonna get into this game and we are going to laugh and have fun. If I get my
Mhm.
tail kicked, I get my tail kicked. And that's what happened. He kicked my tail, but we had fun. We didn't have to cheat. We literally put our skills to each other with the characters that we chose, and we
Mhm.
enjoyed that time. And that's what multiplayer modes and dedicated games to that is what it's supposed to be. You're supposed
Mhm.
to have fun with it, but work on your skill and get better.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, it's because, like, there's only so much that an AI in a game can do. And, to improve your skills, like, if you really want to improve your skills, you've got to be going against someone who also thinks with a mind where they can make changes and do things differently on the fly, whereas
Hmm.
AI in games isn't quite at that level yet to really make some of those split second changes in what they decide they want to do. Yeah, there's human errors and things like that, but sometimes those human errors or things that you may think are a human error may just be enough to put you off of your guard that you then screw up, and then they find an opening. Like, like, that's why I love playing multiplayer games, is just because it's you never know how things are going to turn out, and you
Yes.
you can you can you can practice all you want, but when it comes down to it and it's actual, like, free thinking mind versus free thinking mind, it's always going to come down to skill, and it's just, it's so much fun to learn, like, like, certain things that maybe help you, like, get better at something, or, like, like one of the things I was my son Max uh was playing Mario Kart today.
Hmm.
Him and my daughter were playing each other in Mario Kart, And my daughter, like she doesn't really, she's not into games quite yet, or who knows, she might not never be into games like a lot as much as him. But I was just kind of sitting and watching him play, and I was like, hey Max, if you hold the button down that you press to throw a banana or a shell, if you just hold that down, it will stay behind you. So then if someone throws a red shell that locks onto you, it will hit that and it won't hit you. And so you create a shield to be able to not be hit by things that will come up behind you. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, okay. And so he tried it. And then that was, a unique little like skill type thing that he now, learned and knows that he can use now in the future. And that's not something that they tell you in the game. Hey, if you do this, this is a way to create a barrier between you and things that can be flung at you. But that's something that someone figures out, or you learn from someone else that was better than you, or smart enough to figure that out. And then you take that knowledge and you either pass it down, or you use that to then, okay, well, that's one barrier that I've now passed. Now I need to learn more about this or learn more about that. And that's the whole fun of playing multiplayer games. And to just throw some codes on and have some software that basically does everything for you. Why are you even playing games then? Because you obviously don't enjoy them. Because like the whole point of it is to do those things and solve those issues yourself, not have some software do it for you.
Yes. So people, stop cheating. Cheaters out there, go. Come play skill. Play games for skill. Get your skills up. Like we say, get your money up, get your paper up. Come get those skills up. So, well, we're gonna move on from there. We just got two quick news stories. It has been revealed that Microsoft is releasing a Cyberpunk 2077 limited edition console for Cyberpunk 2077, the Xbox One. Sorry about that. One X in June 2020. They showed off the controller, and they showed off the system. It's a nice looking system.
It looks cool.
Yeah, and you guys could also buy the controller itself. It's a wireless controller. It's like the basic Xbox One controller, but it has a little like cool design. Like if they were trying to make a Nintendo Entertainment controller, you can kind of see that color scheme in it. I think there's a game called Danganronpa, I believe, and it has a bear in it. He kind of has this color scheme also that looks like that. But like it's really, really cool. And I think this was one of the things they probably were going to announce at E3. But unfortunately, it's not. They didn't really say anything about, get a chance to reveal it or anything. So if you guys are looking for it, there's going to be more info coming about it later on. Unfortunately, there is no game that's coming along with it at this time, but like I said, more info is going to be coming up. So it's a pretty cool design. I like it.
It's half like it looks like it's made out of metal. And then the other half is like a charcoal black kind of, or like a, like a kind of like the similar to the regular black color, but it's kind of almost has like a charcoaly kind of like a silvery like kind of shine to it almost. And then it's got like writing on it and stuff. And then like the one bumper on the silver side is black or red, sorry. And then the scheme buttons are red, it looks like. And underneath the silver sides joystick is red. It looks it just looks really cool. Kind of reminds me of Jax from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it
Like
does.
the half metal.
Yes.
Half metal.
Well, we're going to move on real quick to the last story. Phantasy Star Online 2 is live on Xbox One. Its PC is going to be coming late May. This one comes from Game Informer. Big boss battles in 9 classes to explore awaits players on Xbox One as Phantasy Star Online 2 moves to launch. PC players will have to wait a little bit longer to get in on the action, but they can look forward to a newly announced launch window of late May. Launch events from login bonuses to Alliance rewards run from April 15th to the 23rd. So it's really cool, and the game is free to play for anyone who wants to jump in it, and people have been having fun with this, so that's really cool.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it when it came out in the beta and stuff, but I really hadn't. Other than make my character, I really haven't done much in it. I would like to go and jump into it eventually a little bit more, but I just have so many other things that I would rather spend my time on, honestly. Just because, like I'm not familiar with the franchise. Like, I mean, I know about the franchise. I've heard about it because it's a big franchise and
yes.
it has a big cult following, but it was nothing I ever really got into. So for me, I don't have any of that nostalgia or anything, for it. So it's just kind of whatever. I would like to see what it's about, but yeah, that's about it.
So everybody, that has been our Arsenal news. Jesse, do you have anything else you would like to discuss, or should we wrap it up for tonight?
I think we could probably wrap it up, honestly.
Okay. Well, you guys can find me on Twitter at that retro code. You guys can check out more content of Boss Rush Games at bossrushgames.com. You can also check us out on Twitter and on Twitch and Mixer at Boss Rush Games Live, all one word. You can follow us on Twitter at Boss Rush Games. You can check out our YouTube page where we have Boss Rush Podcast, Nintendo Power Block, Arsenal X, and more video content coming soon. Jesse, where can we find you?
You can find me just about everywhere as Phantom NXS.
Yes, and you guys can find me, like I said, on Twitter at that retro code. You can also check out my podcast, Optional Opinion. Also, you can check me out on Mixer at the Lyrical One. Same with Jesse. You can check him out at Phantom NXS. Also, Corey's going to be trying to stream me. Maybe one day we'll all or individually like stream Control and like talk to you guys about it. Also, you guys can find us on Discord for Boss Rush Games. And just a reminder that we have a contest going on for Nintendo Power Block. You guys can check that out for episode 195. You have a chance to win Overwatch, Switch hard case of The Legend of Zelda, and a free year of Nintendo Online. Go check out the episode to see how you guys can enter. Don't forget, our book club starts May 1st, and our bookmarks is May 4th. We are playing Control, so guys, join us there. And before we leave, you know what we got to do, Jesse? We got to throw the X. Yes. Because we are exiting out of here. Everybody have a great week. Have a great weekend. As always, be better to one another. Check up on your people while we are in quarantine. And as always, let's play video games and be better to one another. With that, everybody, we will see you next time on Arsenal X. Bye.
Stay safe.
Yes.